confession time. I've been trying to solve this Rubik's Cube for, let's say, a while now. And I realized that I can't even solve it, no matter what I do. So, I was this, this close to throwing this Rubik's Cube away and contacting the manufacturer and complaining that they sent me a broken one. But then, I realized that that was the fixed in me who is talking. So, for today, let's dive deeper into the battles of the mindset. Fix versus group. So, who will win? So, for a clue, it is not the one who throws the things away. So, let's get started. Let's say you failed your math subject. It says in your report card that you received an F on your math. And you know to yourself that you're really bad at math. What the person with a fixed mindset would do is avoid anything or any subject that has math in it. Or they would research for courses that has the least subjects that is related to math, as they don't know any math or they're not willing to learn how to do math. But in the other hand, a person with a growth mindset would, and definitely would, go to YouTube or search for tutorials or read books about how to solve math problems or how to do math so that they will not fail in the next time. So that is a great comparison. A person with a fixed mindset will remain, let's say, not knowledgeable about math, while the person with the growth mindset will eventually learn and be good at math. So that's a great comparison. For the next scenario, let's say a fixed mindset person has a cactus as a brain. It they doesn't water it because they think that cactuses doesn't need water or they do not need to water it because it won't die anyways. And they think that it doesn't need any sunlight. So they just keep it inside their head or they don't do anything about it. And touching their brain, which is a cactus, will just hurt them. On the other hand, the brain of a person with a growth mindset can be can be portrayed as a sunflower. They water it and give it sunlight for it to grow, and it looks beautiful and more, appealing to other people than a cactus, doesn't it? Oh, that is a great comparison. So for the conclusion, now you all know that fix and growth mindset is a lot different, or it's like a separate world, because the fixed one doesn't view things outside the box, or they're not willing to grow, while the growth mindset is willing to admit their flaws or mistakes and they are willing to grow from it. So, knowing that, what do you think is the mindset of the person who is talking, which is me? So, to find out, I will share you a story about my experience with the Rubik's Cube. I first started an interest in Rubik's Cube when my dad brought home one and taught me how to solve one side of the Rubik's Cube. That was fun. I was really happy because I thought to myself that maybe I am a gifted, or maybe I was lucky because I can solve one. But later on, I realized that there are people who can solve a Rubik's Cube fully, or all the sides is solved. And I thought that only gifted people can do that. So I never even tried to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube completely. But after some 4 to 5 years, my cousin, who recently found out how to solve a Rubik's Cube fully, taught me how to solve one. At first, it was confusing for me because it was my first time trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. But then I realized that it was not that hard. It was not as hard as how I imagine it. Like this, I solved this one already while I'm talking. It's not that hard to solve a Rubik's Cube. Instead, I was the one who refused to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube because I always think that I cannot do things outside my comfort zone or outside my skills. But it's just me. Since I refuse to grow, or since I refuse to learn new things, I used to have a fixed mindset. Yeah, we can say that. I used to have a fixed mindset. But now that I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to grow, and since I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube, like this one, all side is solved, I can now say that I'm slowly having a growth mindset. Having a growth mindset from a fixed mindset is like solving a Rubik's Cube. You cannot you cannot solve a Rubik's Cube in an instant without going through steps. And when going from a fixed to a growth mindset, you will also take small steps, like slowly accepting criticism or corrections. Because having a fixed mindset, you will just refuse or you will get mad about people who criticize your work or your actions, or those who judge or give comments about what you do. Instead, be a growth minded person. Like, take those criticisms, comments, or feedbacks as your room for improvement. Like, you can improve what you what you were doing by listening to what people says about you or their recommendations to grow. So be wise, have a growth mindset, and you will enjoy life to the fullest. As having a fixed mindset will just imprison you to things that you can do but refuse to learn. That's it. Thank you for listening to my long talk, and I hope you learned something new today. So first, outfit check.